Would you wear all your favorite hats at the same time? Well, we wouldn't either. That is why we suggest you use only what you need. Switch off all electrical appliances and lights in our newsrooms. Remember, use only what you need and save power today. Switch and save. Zesco, powering the nation.
Apple Max. Take it to the max.
Want to just get out of town with your friends and family? Are you having a corporate getaway and have no adequate transport? Then this here is what you need to listen to. A brand new 35-seater Yutong luxury bus is now up for hire at an affordable and negotiable rate. It comes fully equipped with aircon, TV for your relaxation, music soothing your trip, and DVD players to give you variety. Book now by calling 0955 0966 or 977 844 141.
What makes the new Yo-Yo Chipsy so unique? 100% natural ingredients. Nothing artificial. Just a pure experience of freshness. Potato chips. We know you'll love them.
Hey girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Air Jungle.
Thank you so much for joining us and welcome to Prime TV's main news, the headlines. Some women experience difficulties to vote due to fingernail polish. Youths urged to resist violence during and after election periods. Some polling stations experience low voter turnout. And in foreign news, EU appeals removal of Hamas from a terror list. These and other interesting stories coming up. My name is Daniel Tonga. Several women voters had a tough time in casting their votes due to having fingernail polish. The voters, including Forum for Democracy and Development FDD President Edith Nawakwe, could not be allowed to cast their vote until they had their nail polish removed. This angered some women who wanted to give up their right to vote and wondered why the ECZ could not inform the nation over the nail polish so as to prepare the women.
Yeah, got a problem from her. She's got nails. Which at least she needs to remove. So you can just. But she's not arrested. She's not arrested. All the details are safe. Yeah. So you can just try to separate it. That's the bit of.
Meanwhile, the Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ, has clarified that voters with fingernail polish should be allowed to vote. ECZ spokesperson Chris Akufuna confirmed that some voters with fingernail polish had been turned away from voting. In a statement, Mr. Akufuna advised all polling staff not to turn away any voter with fingernail polish, but instead apply the indelible ink on the skin just under the thumb or below the fingernail of the thumb before casting the vote. Mr. Akufuna said no voter should be denied the right to vote in this regard. Meanwhile, the Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ, has charged that it was not the intention of the commission that ballot papers in some polling places should not be delivered on time. ECZ Director Ms. Priscilla Isaacs says some ballot papers were delivered late because some roads are bad. She says the atmosphere is not good for helicopters to travel to certain areas, but all efforts were being put to ensure that people were allowed to vote. Ms. Isaacs confirmed incidences of ballot papers going late in some polling stations. She was speaking at a press briefing in Lusaka.
In that needed to be serviced by ZAF, right? And because of weather challenges, ZAF's schedule was delayed because it was servicing like Chama, Ndazi, and other districts before coming to Petauke. So they are now, as I speak now, they are now in Petauke, and they've begun the delivery of the poll staff and the ballot papers to respective polling stations. And once the deliveries are done, we'll get an update from the council sector in Petauke as to what time polling stations open. Right.
Now, other stakeholders have raised concerns over wrong documentations that some voters have been given. Some concerned citizens have demanded an answer from the ECZ director why voters were given wrong documentation. Patriotic Front PF President Edgar Lungu has cast his vote at Andrew Mwenya polling station in Chawama, John Howard. Mr. Lungu, a member of Parliament for Chawama, is viewed among the locals as one of their own. Mr. Lungu cast his vote in the company of his wife Esther at 10:14 hours. He called on all peace-loving voters to remain calm and peaceful regardless of the election outcome. Voting is progressing well countrywide, but a huge downpour in Lusaka had slowed down the process of a turnout that has already fallen short of the masses that turned out for the 2011 election.
Turn that light to the other side.
Light behind you.
Turn that light.
Turn off that light, please.
Turn that light.
Turn off that light. Hello, turn off that light. Wait, Mr. President. Turn off that light.
Turn off that light. Wait.
Wenzi vambili watoka ni wakazi.
Nachoka, what do you mean?
Wakazi wao.
Let's go. She's also important.
United Party for National Development UPND President Hakainde Hichilema early this morning was at Kabulonga polling station to cast his vote. The UPND leader arrived at the polling station around 11:30 hours in the morning in the company of his party officials. Mr. Hichilema has, however, accused the PF of intimidating voters, hence the low voter turnout. He has further added that the delay in delivering ballot papers in other parts of the country will further compromise the process.
Which is free and fair. There's no issue. Whoever wins has won. That's what Zambians want. Whoever loses has lost, because that's the decision of Zambia. But what we're concerned about is having a free and fair election, an environment where a voter will not be intimidated. But the pangas we saw yesterday are intimidating voters. Who's perpetrating panga? It's Edgar Lungu and the PF. We all know that. And that's unacceptable.
Mr. Hakainde, having Dr. Maureen Mwanawabi.
Polling opened in Zambia's tightly contested presidential vote amid accusation of intimidation from the main opposition candidate Hakainde Hichilema. The two front-runners are the ruling Patriotic Front leader Edgar Lungu and Hichilema, candidate of the United Party for National Development. A close contest is expected, with the Patriotic Front having experienced infighting after the death of President Michael Sata 3 years into his 5-year term. Zambia has had 5 presidents since its independence from Britain in 1964. 2 have died in office. There was low voter turnout in some polling stations, while some recorded a considerable number of voters.
The time now is 06 hours. I, Sinkewu Vincent, having been appointed presiding officer for Ebenezer, do hereby declare the polling station officially open.
Okay. Thanks. So,
we now take our first break. Join us for more news after this.
Would you wear all your favorite hats at the same time? Well, we wouldn't either. That is why we suggest you use only what you need. Switch off all electrical appliances and lights in unused rooms. Remember, use only what you need and save power today. Switch and save. Zesco, powering the nation.
What's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real, cause you look so free, so let's chill. Have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me box, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Potato sticks, freaky fries. Get that awesome crunch.
Welcome back, and now other stories. Youths in the country have been urged to stay away from violence even as elections are underway in the country. Former Ikosu Judiciary Chairperson Regan Mubasa says there is need for youths to refrain from violence and ensure that their voices are heard. He says there is need for the person that will win the elections to ensure that the youths are considered and included in the decision-making process of the country. Mr. Mubasa says it is high time that youths were appointed to higher positions than only using them during campaigns or for violence.
Our expectations are very moderate. We expect to see a situation where the presidential candidate that is going to carry the day to be very inclusive in terms of the cabinet. We expect the president to be very rational in the way he will be making decisions. We expect the president to include we the youths in most of the decision-making positions, especially where positions such as those of diplomatic corps is concerned. We expect that this time around we are going to see a lot of youths being involved to be appointed as ambassadors, district commissioners, as well as permanent secretaries, and also to be in the cabinet, because what we are looking at this time around is that we want to see a situation where our cabinet will be comprised of youths, these youths who are rational, these youths who are well equipped with the information to stabilize our governance as well as our economy.
And PF Kawata constituency Vice Chairperson Alex Musonda has commended the youths in his constituency and the city for upholding a peace. Ms. Musonda says it is pleasing that after the campaigns closed on Monday, there has been no record of violence in the country. And his counterpart has also called on the youths to ensure they continue with the peace and unity during the entire election process. He has stressed that peace should be seen to prevail even as the election results will be announced.
Of this country, we are very pleased and we are very happy that the campaigns ended nicely and the elections is going on well wherever people are voting. And we also pray to our God that this campaign period has brought us to be brothers and sisters and has given us chance to love one another. Yes. And we say, as the results will be announced, let us all be brothers and sisters. Let's accept the defeat, and whoever takes the day is going to take the day. As Patriotic Front, we are going to be peaceful even after these elections, because we are one blood, one Zambia, and it's one nation.
So for this opportunity they have granted us. You see, we can pray for peace in this nation, but the thing is we've got to decide what we want, and what we want is peace. So we want to say, people of Zambia, keep on praying for peace in Zambia, and I can assure you that everything is going to be well.
We now take our second break. Join us for some international stories after this.
Apple Max. Take it to the max.
What makes the new Yo-Yo Chipsy so unique? 100% natural ingredients. Nothing artificial. Just a pure experience of freshness. Chipsy potato chips. We know you'll love them.
Welcome back now in foreign news. The European Union will appeal an EU court decision ordering the removal of the Palestinian group Hamas from the EU terrorism blacklist, Foreign Policy Chief Federica Mogherini said. Mogherini said foreign ministers from the 28 member states decided at a meeting on Monday to appeal the decision taken by the General Court of the European Union on December 17th. Last month's ruling by the EU's second highest court had said that the blacklisting of Hamas in 2011 was based not on sound legal judgment but on conclusions derived from the media and the internet. And finally, in our news, the UN Security Council has urged Central African countries to boost plans for a multinational force to fight the Nigerian armed group Boko Haram, which has seized control over an alarming amount of territory in Nigeria and stepped up cross-border raids in neighboring Cameroon. The Council issued a 13-point statement on Monday, strongly condemning attacks by Boko Haram, in particular those involving children used as suicide bombers, and demanded an end to the violence. On the eve of the key meeting in Niger of regional leaders, the 15-member Council urged Nigeria's neighbors to advance planning for the deployment a multinational task force to drive out Boko Haram. Chad is set to contribute a sizable contingent to the force alongside with Cameroon, Niger, Nigeria, and Benin. The multinational force has been under discussion since last year, but divisions over the scale and scope of its operations have slowed down the deployment. And as we conclude our news, we take a look at what made the headlines. Some women experience difficulties to vote due to fingernail polish. Youths urged to resist violence during and after elections periods. Some polling stations experience low voter turnout. And in foreign news, EU appeals removal of Hamas from terror list. And that's just about what we had on the news. Thank you so much for joining us. On behalf of the entire production crew and the news department, this has been Daniel Tonga. Bye-bye for now.
Hey girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
potato sticks, freaky fries. Get that awesome crunch.
Would you wear all your favorite hats at the same time? Well, we wouldn't either. That is why we suggest you use only what you need. Switch off all electrical appliances and lights in unused rooms. Remember, use only what you need and save power today. Switch and save. Zesco, powering the nation.